What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and I am here so y'all can try to roast me for my video that I did yesterday. But no, all jokes aside, I really did want to get into this and talk to y'all about the last episode because I think that this episode really told us a whole lot. Okay, a whole lot. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms. My husband made me my spicy jalapeno drink because we about to have a spicy tea of a conversation. All right, so let's get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessing the reap and we coursing on.
All right, y'all. I see everybody is coming in. Kimber Monique says, "Hey Shay, how are you? What's going on? How you bees?" My sis is in the building. Miss B says, "Hey sis, what's going on? What's going on?" Design and Decor says, "Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies." Yes, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Okay, this is the day that the Lord has made. Okay, for us to celebrate these childrens. All right. Erica Dollar Tree Holes and More says, "Happy Mother's Day." Thank you. Oh, my best friend is in the building. Latoya Roberts says, "Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, bestie." Happy Mother's Day to you too, friend. Okay. Tawana 908 says, "Living my life like it's golden." Good morning and happy Mother's Day. Yes, yes, yes. Jill George, thank you so much for your super chat the other day. Jill, thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. All right. So, y'all, I had over 50 comments and over 1,200 views now from my last video of being misunderstood. So we're going to talk about that in this video, okay? Listen, millimeters don't come at large on me now, but sometimes people got different opinions on different things when it comes to our sister girl Melody Cherie. Okay, but we're gonna get into that as we get to the tea party of it all, the spicy tea, if you will. So let's start from the beginning. So the episode starts off where Mel goes over to visit Tiffany. She comes to the door and greets her with her sugar mama finest. Okay, Tiffany is with child, so she brings her one of her now flagship products to give her for her baby. Okay, so they sit down and have a conversation, and Tiffany asks Mel, how she's been doing, and Mel says, "Listen, girl, I've been busy." And they get into the ratchet spa party of it all. Okay, so at the spa party, Mel really just felt like everybody was just yelling at each other. They weren't getting anywhere, and it just was a poor way of communicating. And she says that she's going to have this tea party, and she's inviting Tiffany, and she wants the girls to come so that they can learn proper etiquette. Okay, basically, y'all ratchet and y'all on TV playing in people's face and acting a daggone fool, and then you want to act like after that scene was over that y'all solved something, according to Stormy, which we see how she solved problems coming out of warehouses yelling. Okay, but that's another story on my channel. Go watch it. Moving on. So then Tiffany says she feels like, with her and Kiki, that Kiki is allowed, she doesn't want Kiki to pull her down to her level. What level are you talking about, Tiffany? I don't understand Tiffany's anger for Kiki. I really don't. I feel like Tiffany has signed up to be production's puppet this season, and we are all seeing her for what it is. Like, you really have no reason to be mad at Kiki. Why is she your target this season? Then we see in the next episode it's gonna be Tisha. So it's like you just playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna be mad at you today, and tomorrow you will go. Like, it's just too much. I don't get it. I think it's lame, and I think it's played out, and I think that Carlos King is grasping at straws with this show because there is no connectivity with any of these people on this show anymore. It's really not. And a lot of these scenes feel very produced and overly produced at this point. So it's really starting to lose its valor that we all had, and the affection that we had for the show in the beginning. Moving on. So Tiffany says, she further says that she was excited to see that her and Tisha are in a better place, and that, she didn't know that she was going to invite Tisha to her daughter's birthday party. Why do you even care? Why does it matter to you if Mel and Tisha are friends? I don't get it. Like, if they are going to hang out, cool. If they're not, so what? Mel says, listen, her daughter and my daughter were friends at one point. So, I invited her and we're trying to move forward. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So then Tiffany says that she feels like, hold on, y'all. Mel tells her that Tisha was invited. Martell comes and pays an uninvited visit. Okay, y'all, I'm messing up in my notes here. So moving on, she begins to tell her about Martell popping up at the girl's birthday party and how he was not invited. So Mel gets real into the shade and she plays a recording that tells her exactly what happened when she called Martell after the birthday party. And the daughter, Mariah, was like, hey dad, are you going to be coming to get me, or whatever the case may be? And he's like, no, sweetheart, I'm not gonna come. And Mel was in the background laughing. She was like, oh, so you not coming? And here's my thing, that could be taken two ways. Now I get what Mel was doing, because she's right here proving that you did all of that. You said that you wanted to come to the party. You said you weren't invited to the party. I told you that you can get her after the party, but you still didn't want to see her. Now he should have told his daughter the truth, because I was over on When Tay Talks channel and she revealed that that was the same day that Martell was doing the Upscale magazine shoot and he was going over to Sheree's house to record in Atlanta. That's why he couldn't come and get the girls afterwards. So I just really don't understand why he's continuing to be able to perpetuate this narrative that he's just such a great dad and that nobody is allowing him to be a good parent. It's just ridiculous. And I got a chance to watch a little bit of Carlos King's interview with him, and he didn't admit it then either. He said, well, Carlos was like, well, why didn't you go and get her afterwards? And why didn't you, have your own party, or whatever the case may be? And he says, well, I don't feel like I should have to have a separate party. I feel like we're both her parents and both the parents should be at everything. That's your opinion. Okay. Martell is thinking in the mindset where they are still together and they have to make decisions together. You do not. Y'all are parenting separately. Okay? Separately, and apparently not equal. Okay? So I don't know what's going on in his rabbit ass mind where he thinks that Mel should come to him for everything that she needs to do with the kids. Because he don't do that when it comes to her. He even lied in that interview talking about something. Yeah, now we we pick up the she can pick up the kids whenever she wants, and now I can pick up the kids whenever I want because of the court order. And the way that he was talking in that interview, it made me feel like he was the one out here giving these bloggers these false narratives of what happened in court. In my opinion, yeah, you see the banner rolling across the bottom? That's exactly what he did. You are perpetrator the fraud. Period. I don't understand Martell and the way that he thinks. You can't just show up to this birthday party because, number one, he constantly tries to make it seem like him and Mel are cool. Y'all are not cool, sir. And y'all don't have to do things together for the kids. You just simply don't. And it's okay for y'all to do stuff separately. It's not confusing the kids. The kids know that y'all are not married anymore. And then he said in the interview that he's around the children 7 days a week, even if he goes to lunch with them or he goes and takes them and picks them up for ice cream. Even the days that Mel has them, he's doing all of that. But Sheree just said that you be over her house every day. So how you doing all of that? And Sheree live in Atlanta. I know it's probably a little drive for you. And a little birdie said that you so broke, production on Bravo had to pick you up and transport you back and forth. This man is highly delusional, and I just don't get it. So I'm glad that Mel played that recording, because at this point, and I'm surprised production even played it, because this whole season thus far, you think you slick, production. We see you trying to. Carlos tries to play like he really loves Mel and all this, that, and the third. The thing is, Carlos needs Mel. He needs Mel for this show to continue, but he really can't stand her. So he's trying to make the public look at her in a bad light and look at her as this bad person, like, oh, she's not allowing him, this man, to see his children. And all these pick me out here that just wish their baby daddy would just come and smell the baby's hair. They just out here like, oh, I just wish my baby daddy would do something for my kids. Why isn't she accepting all the bullshit? Because you don't have to accept mediocrity. Y'all got to get out of the mindset that to have a piece of a man is better than having no man, because it's not. And I'm sick and tired of him also talking about getting them back together and people asking about them getting back together. Nobody is asking for Martell and Mel to get back together. Nobody with two bulbs and light bulbs in their head going off. Okay? Absolutely not. So moving on, Tiffany is going to come to the tea party, and the thing that was funny at the end of that scene, Mel said, I wish I had kids by a man and not a queen. That had double meaning to me. What y'all think? Because Martell is out here really acting like a plum fool, but Carlos King is over here trying to clean up this man's image left and right, perpetuating BS, BS, BS in every which way where it comes to him. I wish that if people just stop working so much overtime to try to make Martell look good, just let him look like the idiot that he looks like. And it's sad because no matter what they do to try to make him look amazing, he still does stupid things that lets them know that nothing that they do is going to help him to look like a good person. Because he went to this party. Me and Sean were just talking about it on our unbiased opinion panel. If he had a went to the party and played the woe is me role, maybe the public would have, he would have won him over. But then you go in there being a total D-bag. Like, why are you going in there acting like that? Then you come in there being all, oh, I'm taking pictures with my daughters, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Like, trying to, it's all about the looks. It's all about the valor. It's all about, look at me, look at me, look at me. And it's really sad that at your big age, this is how you conduct yourself. It's not, you don't think about the morals behind it, the morality behind the things that you do, how you treat people, how the things that you do affect other people, right? You're not thinking about that. You are more so thinking about yourself and how you look, which is absolutely crazy to me. But moving on, y'all. So in the next scene, Maurice basically gaslights the heck out of Kimmy. This whole scene was just built around him, making it seem like, so Kimmy is basically telling him that she's having issues with Monster and he's not doing his chores. Every time she asks him to do something, he doesn't do it. So Maurice is saying, well, are you having troubles with that because of your relationship with Kiowa? It's like he was trying to perpetuate a whole bunch of BS. And she was like, no, it doesn't have anything to do with Kiowa, actually. It's you. I have a problem with you. I asked you to correct your son because people have issues with how you may go ahead and discipline their children. So he tried to put it on, oh, so Monster isn't your son. He's like trying to gaslight her and turn this into an argument. But I love how Kimmy communicates so effectively, where she was saying, no, and stop trying to put words in my mouth, because I did not say that at all. Okay. What I'm saying to you is I need your support in reinforcing the things that I am asking Monster to do. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all I'm asking you to do. He's like, well, let me get Kiowa on the phone so I can, have you tell her how you feel about her and your issues with co-parent, with parenting, disciplining Monster because of your relationship with Kiowa. She's like, well, you can call her. I don't know why you need to call her, but that's not what I said. I don't understand what Maurice was trying to do here. And that would piss me the hell off. I can't stand for somebody to tell me I said something that I didn't say. And I sat here and told you and clarified it and said, that's not what I'm saying. And you continue to talk to me as if what you're saying is true. And what I just told you is not the truth, is not what's going on. Except for what I said. I said this don't have nothing to do with Kiowa. It has to do with you not backing me up. So he does all this song and dance calling Kiowa, and Kiowa ends up agreeing with Kimmy. And then he tries to throw a little jab in it, and so you're okay with her raising him the same way she raised Jalen. Well, you might want to raise him the same way she raised Jalen, because Jalen graduated from college, and and Jalen is a general manager at a restaurant, and we don't see Jalen out here vaping and smoking in the bathroom. Okay, so maybe you guys need to be more mindful of Kimmy's parenting and get some advice, because her son is grown now and has his own house and doing big things. So don't try to trash Kimmy's parenting and say, oh, so you're okay with her raising him the way that she raised Jalen? And Kiowa says, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I appreciate her thinking about how I feel where it comes to her handling my son. Now, again, with the whole vaping thing, kids do things. The kids are not perfect. They're going to do mischievous things, right? But at the end of the day, don't try to throw a dig at Kimmy's parenting. And you obviously are not getting it right on your own. So this whole scene with Maurice and Kimmy, we probably could have just trashed that because it just was a waste of our time. So moving on. Stormy and Kiki go to a Reiki session. Hold on, y'all. Let me get into some of these comments because I just need to make sure I'm on top of it. Tawana 908 says, living my life like it's gold. And Tiffany is a puppeteer. Tisha was gloating in the whole tea party scene. Yeah, and Kat had her damn tongue because sis ain't saying nothing the whole time. Because she was licking it up when Tiffany was over there defending her until she's not anymore. Simply Beautiful is in the chat. What's up, Simply Beautiful? She says, hey, Shay. Mind you, I can hear her voice saying that. Simply Beautiful says, Shay, that was the same night of Candy and Todd's premiere party. The upscale interview was done in 2022. Oh, got you. I thought all of this was recorded in 2022. I know it was something going on that night where he was going to attend an event in Atlanta where he was recording for the housewives. So I know that there was something going on. That's why he didn't want to get the girls, because he already was doing something. So he was just coming there to make a damn scene and then leave like he always do. Simply Beautiful says, yes, Shay, I said he leaked those papers. Absolutely. He definitely leaked those papers. Because why would anybody need to know that information? And why is it that it's such a coincidence that everything is catered towards you and to make you look good? I'm just so sick and tired of the media coddling Martell. I don't know what to do. And I cannot wait until they drag him. And let me tell y'all something. There's some parallels with this media. You notice how, and I'm going to talk about this when we get to the scene with Maurice and Martell. You notice how Martell comes in there talking about how his credit is getting better and this, that, and the third. But Bravo, a channel that follows, a blogger that follows all Bravo things, leaked or talked about the story of Martell being $10 million in debt. You notice how OWN tries to clean up everything that Bravo brings out, because Bravo is not going to protect Martell. They're going to make him look like the fool that he is. They just going to show him for what it is. And they don't give a damn. They're not invested in him. So he better really watch out. Carlos King thinks that this is amazing. I noticed last night when I was watching the show, they had commercials for Martha's Vineyard on OWN TV. They're doing all this cross promotion for ads or whatnot. So Andy Cohen and Carlos King definitely have their arms wrapped around each other in some shape, form, or fashion with this. But I think that Andy is going to really stick it to Carlos and say, oh, well, you really know who daddy is, though. So don't think I'm going to be over here coddling Martell. I'm going to let his little dirty butt come on my show for a little bit. And I'm going to let him show face so you can get a little couple more views over there because you're struggling, you see. But I'm not going to coddle, sir, like you do. Please believe that, okay? So yeah, y'all, I'm ready. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen on this show as far as Martell. And I want them to drag him for filth. Simply Beautiful says he said doing celebrate parties is confusing, but not bringing about a sixth child. Child, he got 6 kids. I think I told y'all in previous videos. In my opinion, I think Coleslaw is pregnant right now because Homegirl been in hiding for quite some time. And she probably got is to the point where she's so big she can't hide it in her face if she comes on live. So yeah, that's probably also why he's not outwardly claiming Sheree right now, like he was doing in the beginning. Miss B says Martin. I knew as soon as I read this, I was gonna start laughing. Martell Keebler itself needs to just stop it. Just sick and tired of him. He needs to grow up, get a job or two, and move on. That interview was horrible, and Carlos should be ashamed. Absolutely. I couldn't even make it through the whole thing. And then he tried to perpetuate in the meeting, in the interview, that Mel is the reason why he can't get jobs or he can't make any money. You're lying to yourself. You're absolutely lying. Mel is not the reason why. And then he was like, and I want everybody to remember, I'm the one that retired her. Okay, well, if you retired her, why is it that you don't have any business about yourself right now? Why you not making no money? Why are you struggling? You're such this business-minded individual, and you just do everything. You the man beating your chest, and you the man with the plan to make it happen, but you broke. I don't understand. You living house to house, couch to couch, struggling to pay light bills, allegedly. So why can't you be out here with like the man with the plan that you say you are and making money? It don't have nothing to do with Mel. That's why you try to take her for child support, because you're trying to get Carlos and all these media outlets to help you perpetuate this BS that Mel is not. Mel is the reason why you can't make any money. So now you want to make her pay child support. You want to make her pay child support because you want to make this lady miserable. That's what it is, because she left you and you don't know how to pick up the pieces. Well, pick them up and don't put them back down. Okay? That's what you need to do. Move on. Erica Dollar Tree Halls and more, laughing my ass off. Kimber Monique says, refusing to accept the fact Mel bounced and they are no longer a team, period. Y'all are not Team Holt anymore. It is you, yourself, and you. And coleslaw whenever you eating the groceries, according to her, because that's all she seemed to talk about when it comes to you. Jill George says Mel's words were the best and most true thing that they have said on this show. Period. Like, Mel is tired of all the drama. And yes, Martell is definitely a queen, for sure. Because he acts like a okay. And not a bad. And we are sick of it. We see through the book. I don't know why they keep on trying to play us. Like Mel said, we are critical thinkers. We can see through all of this BS. So stop filming it and trying to plague our mindset with this stupidity. It's ridiculous. Kimber Monique says, Dear Slowtail, you ruined your ability to be the head of the family unit. It's always going to go back to that. Do hate yourself and learn from your F-ups. Sick of him, STG. Cancel this show. Okay? Listen. He doesn't accept responsibility for anything that he does, and it's absolutely sad. Absolutely sad. Thank you so much, Wanda. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Miss B says, Melody, after all Carlos did this season, I should quietly leave after this season and get my own show. What? Did she say that, Miss B? One more thing, Coleslaw will be posting new stuff for that boutique because Martell got paid. Right. Yeah, he said in that interview that he just got paid. Just got paid Friday night. About to go get some boutique clothes. Okay, that's what they about to do. Because he really thought that she was about to blow up with this boutique. Child, did he not look on the internet and see every other Instagram model that's doing the same damn thing? I rest my case. Mariah's party was January 28th, and the same night Todd premiered his movie. Oh, so that, and he went to the movie premiere. He is so trash. Trash. Just simply says, hey, Shay and Chad, happy Mother's Day to all the moms, aunties, godmothers, and etc. Martell needed to leak them papers so the vloggers could explain them to him, especially since he ain't got no lawyer now, child, because he ain't got no damn money to pay the lawyer, okay? And he wasting money going back and forth to damn court, idiot. But we're going to review that interview. I'm going to stomach it, y'all, just so I can talk to y'all about it. So moving on. Stormy and Kiki are the Reiki specialists to cleanse their energy and remove negative energy and get to know each other better. Stormy, you should have took your raggedy ass mama. That's who you should have took to the Reiki specialist, if you ask me. Because she is full of negative energy. It's coming out of her antlers on her head. Okay? Your mama need to be the one signed up every day. Because there's so much negativity, and as y'all call her, which is damn funny, Betty Kruger. Mm-hmm. It's so much negativity inside that lady. I don't know what to do. I don't even know. It's like they've replaced Wanda with her. And that pissed me off to see Betty in this episode. I really wish Miss Van was at that tea party as well. But you're going to have Betty in this episode, but you didn't show Miss Van. Mel was like in her tweets. So y'all going to have her on the show, but then you didn't even show my mother at my daughter's birthday party. Yeah, we're not about to have that. Not the creator of the show, mama not on the show, but you got all these other ratchet people on the show. Yeah, that ain't happening. Absolutely not. So the Reiki specialist reads both of their energy. Of course, Stormy is being read as, don't let people disappoint. What the hell she say? It was a bunch of BS. She comes from a genuine place with all the things that she does. That's what she said about her. That was one of the things that stuck out. It's nothing genuine about Stormy. Let me say this. Stormy strikes me as a person, she craves attention so much that now that she's getting it, this is not the way she wanted it. Stormy wants valor. She's much like Martell. She wants to be seen. She wants to be put on this pedestal. She wants to be propelled to the forefront. She wants people to love her. Know the girl. That's what she wants people to do. She wants all this love from people. And I'm like, girl, you're rich. Why do you care so much about what people think? Even when she went on and attacked that older woman, the older woman blogger, she is like, they talk about me every day. Oh, every day. And then she on the internet talking about she don't care what people say about her. But then you sitting up there crying because you do care what people say about you. Stormy, this ain't for you, ma'am. Your mother has emotionally, I don't know about physically, maybe in the past, and mentally screwed you up. She did, in my opinion. I feel like all of your issues, all of your insecurities, you need to look at your mother on this good Mother's Day. Okay? It's your mother. She effed you up. It's not nothing that a Reiki specialist can magically take electricity out of you to make you feel better. You need to go to therapy, and you need to get your mother to go and sit down on the couch with you, because all of the insecurities, in my opinion, that Stormy has, they come from her mother. She's created the monster that we see that is Stormy. She has. And Miss Betty has issues too. She's one of those old, mamas that just think she know everything and think she can say whatever she want to say because she's old. And somebody gonna cuss you out, and they don't give them how old you are. With your evil prune face ass. Okay, I don't care how old you are, because the older you are, the longer you can get cussed out if you try me. Period. Okay. I feel like when you old, you should be old enough to know better, to try me. That's what I get out of that. So with her, we gonna get into sis at this tea party real fast in a little bit. Okay. So moving on. Kiki sits down and the Reiki specialist reads her too and says that she's a champion and her words mean everything with her. I'm like, was that a precursor to her saying that rude stuff about, and I know who my father is, and then trying to play in our face like she wasn't being rude to Tiffany? Okay, moving on. So then she questions the Reiki specialist about how this pertains to God and how her pastor is not going to like this. And child, the pastor going to take your tithes and offering no matter how, whatever you on this show doing. Please believe that. Okay. Okay. And if it's Jamal Bryant, he gonna be taking the money too. Hmm. Moving on. All Jamal Bryant like pastors, all of these pastors, they are more worried about the cash than your blessings. So don't even worry about that. And that's just my opinion. Okay. But moving on. Kiki says that she really enjoyed Stormy and how they are, she feels like they have some similarities. But at the spa party, she just wasn't getting with Tiffany because Tiffany just rubbed her the wrong way. And she said that even with the stuff that Stormy said that was seemingly against her, right? She couldn't negate what Stormy was saying. Like when Stormy was like, if I was you, I'd be like, Stormy, shut the F up. First of all, why are you so extra, Stormy? And if you felt like she should have told you to shut the F up, why did you even say it? Why did you even get in the middle of Kiki and Tisha's stuff? It's like all of y'all are grasping at straws trying to create storylines for yourself. And it's just very obvious and lame. Y'all are arguing over somebody else's relationship breakdown. So y'all gonna sit here and argue over Tisha and Kiki not getting along. And it don't have nothing to do with y'all. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. So anyway, this whole scene with the Reiki specialist, I feel like that was trash and we didn't need it. Moving on. The illusion in a suit, aka Martell, meets up with Maurice, and here's another scene that we could have trashed as well. They're at Credit One. Maurice is doing some renovations up front for a seating area for the people that never come to his establishment. We never see anybody in there, so I don't even know why he feels the need to waste this money and do a waiting room. But hey, you like it, I love it. It's your money wasted. Okay. So he's doing a waiting room and he's going to do his law office downstairs. And, Kimmy is going to be the good little wife and pick the colors out because apparently she's a woman. So she's not, good enough to be a part of the construction side, but she can pick out the little colors on the wall. That's what women do, right? Maurice and Marceau are idiots. I don't even understand. I don't care if their peen was hanging as thick and wide as a baby's arm. There is no way. No way. But moving on. Martell proceeds to talk about his credit and how he's getting his credit together. And, then they talk about him and Mel's relationship. And he's like, yeah, we're doing good now that, she's following. No, he's like, she told me to leave the kid's birthday party the other day. And Maurice is like, oh, well, why? Why would she do that? Instead of Martell telling the truth, he says, I don't even know why she did that. You should have said, because maybe she's mad that I took her for full custody of my kids. But I think that I can do whatever I want. So I should have been able to come to the birthday party and she shouldn't be mad that I'm taking the kids because she's not doing what I want her to do. So there's that. That would have been honesty. It's still stupid, but that would have been honesty. And Maurice sitting up here feeling bad for him. Like, man, this just if it's nothing going on between you guys and there's, you guys don't really have a reason to be mad at each other. I don't understand why this is going on. First of all, Maurice, you know damn well that this man is taking this lady for custody of them kids. I don't know why they are sitting up here playing in our face and acting stupid. Check him. I am so sick and tired of the men on this show acting like It's sad. Because even if you got bigger balls than these, it's bad. It's real sad, y'all. I can't stand to see a man act like a, it boils, it's hotter than this jalapeno my husband put in this damn drink. Boils inside. I can't stand it. So here we go, sitting here watching him coddle Martell again and play the tiniest violin about why Mel is not doing this, Mel is not doing that. Mel, 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 Mel. Everybody want to talk about Mel and what Mel is doing. What are y'all doing? So then Maurice proceeds to talk about Monster and the issues that he's having with him. And, you know, listen, Maurice, be a dad. Moving on. Don't nobody care. Because this whole story with Monster is just lame. We don't care. We really don't. Go in there and discipline your son. We don't care that you're taking the phone from him and he doesn't care about it. He just finds another way to be mischievous. Be in your kid's life. Stop trying to push parenting off on your wife. And if you can't parent him, send him back to his mother. Maybe his stepfather do a better job than you, because clearly you don't want to pay him any attention. You got better things to do, like wearing suits like Martell, acting like you're doing something, and remodeling the front of a business and nobody ever gonna come in and sit down in. But whatever, moving on. So we get to the infamous tea party that y'all dragged me to filth over, okay? Drag me to filth. But we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give y'all my full opinion here. Let's get into some of these comments. Martell needed to delete those papers so the vloggers could explain. So I think we already read them, Miss B. Just simply says, I can't wait for RHOA to come on tonight so Martell can get dragged again on Twitter. Yes, because those fans do not give a damn about Martell. Martell is always like, yeah, he gonna tell Carlos in the interview, yeah, and when you interview her, if she says something bad about me, you better check her and you need to call me so I can put her in her place. No. Why does everybody have to protect you? See, that's the problem. Mel did it for so many years that you think that everybody is supposed to do it around you. It don't work like that. And she ain't protecting you no more because she's not your wife. Protect yourself and stop being out here acting like a damn fool. That's what you need to do. Okay? A fraud in a suit. That's what you are. A fraud in a leisure suit. Okay? Just simply says Martell can't even pass a test. That is open book, child. You said it. A mouthful at that. Okay? He should know all the damn answers by now. He really should. Hell, if he selected C for the whole test, he should have passed by now. I don't get it. Ms. B says Melody is the reason he can't get jobs. It's his future lawsuit claim. No, your peen is the reason, sir. Period. And that's on period. Okay. Listen, there have been so many people that have had scandals in the public. Martell, you are not Morris Chestnut. You're not even Shamar Moore. You're not nobody. You're not P. Diddy. You're not Usher. Hell, you ain't Chris Brown. Maybe sort of, but you ain't famous as Chris Brown. So don't nobody care. Nobody is that invested in you, sir, for you to lose jobs. If Chris Brown can come back from all that he did, baby, you can make it. Okay? You can make it. If Diddy can come back from people thinking that he was a part of the whole stuff with Tupac, and I don't want to go over in another tangent here, you can make it. Get a job. Get a job, brokey. We're sick of you. Period. I'm so tired of Martell and the woe is me games. It's sickening. It's sad. It's old. It's tired. It's as tired as those loafers that he wears whenever he has jeans on and not wearing a tight ass suit. Tired. My girl is in the building. What's up, Sean? Sean says, hey, Shay and Chad, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, friend. I hope that you are having an amazing, amazing day. Yes, all of the mothers in the chat, I hope you guys are getting everything that you deserve. Feet up, pinky up, drinks in your cup. Have a good old day, okay? Because these kids be kidsing, all right? And it's F them kids today. That's what it is. F them kids. Y'all hear my son making all this noise in the background because he knows I'm on here talking to y'all, okay? And he's trying to F up my life. But I love him. And I'm going to get him when I get off of here. But moving on. And my husband in there making me brunch. So there's that. Kimber Monique says, BAN, that's what it is. Okay? Absolutely. Wanda says, Martell was lying through the whole interview with Carlos. And he was lying to that interview, gave me a headache last night. Absolutely. 100%. And he doesn't like to do interviews because he lies and he don't want nobody to hold. He wants people to give him the questions first, and he don't want nobody to hold him accountable for nothing. That's why he don't like to do interviews. And it's sad that they sit up there and allow him to do that. I would make it in his contract where he has to do interviews. Everybody else on the cast does it and gets asked uncomfortable questions. So why is he exempt? Child. Miss Main Event says coming out for antlers. Child, right. Just simply says, yep, I've been said she is Wanda 2.0. Right. Trash. I wish Miss Van was there too. I do too, because I feel like she should be there. Like, that's her daughter. And then, but I guess she didn't have Miss Van there because she didn't know. I don't think Melody knew that Betty Kruger was coming. Real talk, blockhead Betty face looked tougher than leather. Her cracked. Now, y'all, for some reason, I can't say BLACK or WHITE. You know, the two been doing some things. They've been limiting stuff on my channel for certain things that I say, and I've narrowed it down to that. And even if I say, they have something to say. So I'm like, child, y'all ain't about to stop. Y'all about to stop playing with me. Michelle says, hello, Shay Renee. How are you? I am doing good. What's up, Michelle? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being in the building. All right, y'all. Kimber Monique says Stormy is unstable, though. She had that it factor. Go take care of your chakras. Stormy late and tired. Period. Period. She's so zen with a stick in a bowl. Only stick in a bowl I'm doing is eating my oatmeal. Because it ain't working for her. Okay? It ain't, the sirens is not working for her. The energy is still negative. And she blew me at this daggone tea party trying to justify her being a potty mouth idiot. If you gotta cuss every other word, that's not cute. And if that's you, that's a problem. Because I'm sure you're not in these meetings with Target and Walmart and Walgreens and all these places that you have your products cussing. Say, yeah, what the fuck? I'm so glad y'all about to put my shit on the shelf and shit. Is that what you're doing when you talking to the people at Walmart and Target? Because that's you, right? You loves to cuss. You likes to cuss words, okay? That's your personality. When they show you the planograms with your products on the shelf, ooh, that's my shit. That's what you saying to the people? Girl, stop. You full of shit. That's what you are. Okay. I'm about sick of her. Michelle says, hello, everyone in the chat. What's up? What's up? Kimber Monique says, chakras. Miss B says, Miss Betty is the new Miss Wanda and equally as out of pocket. Stormy needs to get off the show to save her business because I think it's affecting it negatively. I agree. I would not go broke for Carlos. She will be going broke, honestly, Miss B. She's doing that because she wants to be popular. It's sad. I'm telling you, fame is a big drug. It's woo. Fame is one hell of an issue for a lot of people. I don't think I can say that other word either. But it's a problem. And people get so hung up on it that it's sad. And foolish of you to gain all of this in your business simply to lose it over a reality TV show. And then a second-rate show at that one. I mean, no shade on OWN. OWN is an amazing network, but it's not like you on NBC or you on Bravo. You know what I mean? You on the OWN network and about to lose your business. You about to lose your job over some BS. Stupid. But y'all, let's get into this tea party, okay? Because I feel like I got some splaining to do. Okay, so Mel hosts this tea party and the etiquette coach is there, and she's going to be there just to basically help them to communicate better. Okay. So Kimmy arrives first, then Tisha and Tiffany. Kiki comes, Nell, and then some other chick, which they ain't even give her a name. I'm like, who is this lady with the straight hair that's kind of pretty? You know, who is this lady? And what does she mean to this whole situation? But whatever, it was an extra at the table. And then lastly, Stormy and her mom comes, which Mel was surprised to see Stormy's mom there. Okay. Which I would have been surprised too, because I'm like, for you to be somebody that can't stand me, okay? And apparently she haven't liked Mel since back in the 99s and the 2000s. Because people found tweets on internet and on Facebook where the mother was talking about Mel before Stormy even came on the show. So this is some built up negativity that this lady has over somebody that couldn't pick her out in the lineup before she got on this show and acknowledged herself as Stormy's mother. I never understood people disliking somebody so bad that you have never ever met. Guess what? My life is doing good today while I don't know you. And I guarantee you it's going to be good tomorrow when I find out that you don't like me and I just met you. Who cares? You're not paying my bills. You don't do anything to positively affect my life. So why do I care that you don't like me? Okay, moving on. So Mel kicks off the conversation talking about yelling and being disrespectful and just basically how they were acting at the daggone spa, acting a plum daggone fool, and asks what can they do to create more respectful communication, basically getting advice from the etiquette coach. And so the etiquette coach begins to give them advice and, you know, tell them how they can best communicate. So Stormy asks the coach about her cursing and carrying on and says, you know, curse words are her vocabulary and they mean a lot to her. Okay. But the coach says, well, that just means you're lacking vocabulary typically if you're using curse words all the time, because that just means that you don't know, you don't really have any other way of expressing yourself. And she cutting people off. Like, no, like for real. This is how I really, really want to be talking and stuff and stuff and ghetto. Girl, Stormy, for you to be this big time businesswoman and this is how you're talking to people, give it up. No, ma'am. So we already done talked about her cussing and whatnot. And the lady says, well, listen, sis, if that's how you roll, then keep your stroll. All right. So then Nell, I'm pretty sure production prompted Nell to start the conversation because they were sitting there talking about a bunch of BS that don't nobody care about. So Nell says, you know what, let me go ahead and kick this off, me and my white outfit, because I look good. Let me go ahead and get y'all started because we know what you really want to talk about. So she says, well, she was like, well, how do you go about, you know, correcting the dynamic between you two? Like, she was just basically talking about how she wanted to get to the meat and potatoes. And she asked about the energy between Mel and Stormy. So Betty Kruger jumps in saying, it's not been Mel and Stormy. Do you really mean the energy between Mel and I? Like Mel and Stormy's mama? And Mel is looking at her like, girl, I don't have any energy between you. Like, where is this even coming from? And I just don't get why this is the constantly pushed narrative of mamas versus Mel on the show. It's a lame and a sad way to try to kick off some drama. Find something else and get somebody else to do it. Or better yet, nobody should do it. It's whack. Okay. But then Stormy goes off on Nell because she's like, you know, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but you need to, maybe they can have a conversation, Mel and my mom, if you stop talking. Basically telling Nell to be quiet. And Nell was like, you know what? I catch your drift. I see what you're trying to do over here. You think you're slick and you're trying to be smart. But you know what? I ain't got to, I'm too paid and ain't about to get played on this show to be going back and forth arguing with you because my credibility means something to me. While you over there, I can just imagine this is how Nell was thinking. While you over there praising cuss words and carrying on, I'm going to go ahead and be quiet. Because it don't mean that much to me to be over here going back and forth with your dusty behind. Okay. So moving on. Mel says, ask Miss Betty, you know, what are her issues? And Betty says, you know, that tweet that Mel did on Twitter where she basically alluded to somebody recording her or whatever the case may be, which we all know that had nothing to do with Stormy. Nothing to do with Stormy. And I think that Mel was just being funny because she saw the scene with Destiny. Mel knew that was a recording of Destiny over there smiling, dry-faced and all, needing some 7th Avenue skincare, might I add, when she was playing some recording of an interview that Mel did, I believe with someone from TMZ, if I'm not mistaken. It was either TMZ, one of those gossip outlets. She did an interview with them, and that was a clip of the interview, and she played Destiny in a scene, played it for Martell. Okay, so here's where the issue lies. So Betty is like, you tweeted that, and people thought that you were talking about Stormy. Now, Betty proceeds to say, you know me, I don't care what people say about me on social media, so I don't even address it. So you don't address stuff on social media, but you're expecting Mel to address it because it's your daughter? Mel is not as invested in your daughter as you are, obviously, because that's your daughter. So for you to expect Mel to come out here, and I get it. I read y'all comments. I get it. You know, celebrities cannot go out and retract everything that somebody says about them. It just doesn't make sense. However, in my opinion, when you're on a show with somebody that is obviously trying to perpetuate some BS by way of you, in that scene, in that moment, I'm going to shut you down so you can shut up. Like Betty tried to say to Mel. And I would have thrown it back on her, because sometimes you gotta strike while the iron is hot with some of these people and let them know that they played themselves. And in my opinion, if it was me, okay, I'm just not a fan of, if I hurt you, then XYZ. I think it's a lame approach to apologizing to somebody, and you just don't apologize at all. Here's the thing, Mel had nothing to apologize to this lady for. She really didn't. Betty Kruger has gone on a whole pissing campaign against Mel, talking about she this and she that and woo to who to what. Don't know nothing about her. And I question whether any of this rage towards her is fueled by her daughter and her daughter's blind ambitions to be on TV or to be seen, period. So you are attacking Mel because she is the face of the franchise at this point, right? And you're mad at her because you feel like Stormy should be in the space that she's in. She doesn't have anything to do with that. So Mel says to her, I'm sorry if that made you feel like I was attacking you. I just would have liked, and this is just me, and I get what y'all are saying about Mel, and she doesn't have to apologize to anybody. Betty has been trashing her. Why address her? Because if y'all notice in that scene, and I should have took a picture of it, as soon as Mel said, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry if I said anything that, you took offense to, or whatever the case may be. Stormy immediately looked at her mother like, see, I told you she wasn't going to take accountability. That's exactly how Stormy was looking at her mother. Like, see, I told you she was, you were right. This is how she is, whatever the case may be. And I feel like this is a plot for Carlos and team, Kingdom Reign, to try to make Mel look like she is some petty individual. And where petty is the highest tier of what needs to go on in these interactions. Like, they're trying to make Mel seem like she's just peacemaker. She's just so, she's trying to perpetuate this image that's really not true. But then they're trying to make her look petty. And I feel like that would have deaded it in that moment. Now, I also am prone to the fact, and I'm very aware, that they probably could have cut that out of the scene. She could have very well said, I know that actually, Miss Betty, in reference to what you're talking about, I conducted an interview and I immediately recognized that was from an interview that I did. I know that that's not Stormy that recorded me. I just would have liked to see that. Because what that would have done is checked her and made her look like an idiot. Because it's like, okay, I'm telling you, I know it wasn't Stormy. So let me shut you down and you shut up and really tell the people why you really don't like me, because I've just told you that that's not what it is. You know that that's not what it is, but now you're hearing it from the horse's mouth at my tea party. So what's up with it? What you got to say now? That's how I looked at it, because I'm a very in your face. I'm a smack you while you right here and let you know, yeah, you ain't about to play with me. And I'm not on my journey of non-petty yet. Okay. Mel was, I feel like she was being petty, but I feel like she was not trying to indulge in the BSery, which is cool too. That's okay. But sometimes I feel like it's better to dead situations, and in some instances, not all, because it just isn't, it doesn't make sense and it's not realistic. Like she said on Twitter when she was tweeting last night, I'm not about to come on social media and, dispel everything that somebody says that's not true about me. I would, like, she would be on the internet all day long. It's not reasonable. It's just not. But in this moment, I hold true that I would have said right then and there, because Stormy would have looked like an idiot even more than she already does. And so would her mama. Period. Okay. So let me see what y'all done said, child. Miss B says Melanie needs to come ready at the reunion. She should keep Martell name in her mouth the whole reunion and drop good receipts the whole night on him, and then go live after it airs and drop more. Nikki P. Nicole says, wait until they are teenagers and you will really say F them kids, at least mine, especially the twin girls. I know that's right. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Just simply says, I didn't like how Stormy was talking to Miss Nell. Yeah, like Miss Nell was really just trying to listen. Y'all doing all this BS and who to what. Let's get to the damn point. Okay, y'all know what we came here for. All right, get the scene over with, because I got things to do. Y'all ain't really got nothing to do but sit here and argue. I'm gonna go ahead and head on now. I'm not trying to be in here at this tea sipping no tea with y'all all damn day, and that's just that on that. Okay. Miss Wanda says, why that is not Miss Wanda on the show, y'all. This is Wanda Marshall. Okay. Why didn't that lady correct Stormy mother, Betty Kruger, about telling Melody to shut up? Right. I wanted to see that too. And again, that could have been production taking that out. That could have been production taking that out. And I just feel like it's just crazy to me that they are trying to edit this to make Melody look like some type of fraud or whatever. That's what it just feels like they're trying to do. And then they're trying to pump Martell and his suits up to make him look like this amazing dad, and he's just so misunderstood. And Melody is just such an elitist. No. We see through the BS. Joe Hill Stevens says, my mom goes hard for me too, so I get it. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Yes, indeed. And we will continue to do that. Linda Gamble is in the building. Hey, Shay Renee. Hello, Linda Gamble. Happy Mother's Day. Stella Clower says, hello, happy Mother's Day, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to everybody in the chat. We appreciate all the moms, because without the moms, we wouldn't be here, okay? Miss B says, Terry Babe 89, I couldn't figure out what Miss Betty meant or was saying when she said shut up. Yeah, she's just an idiot. She's ghetto, just like her mother. She's her daughter. She's a clown. What was that about? At just simply, Stormy won a champion cursing for no reason but cries when called ghetto. Right. And that lady was right. You don't know how to speak if all you can do is sit there and curse. Just simply says, I wish I knew. I don't know if the scene was chopped up. I think it was chopped up. I do too. Zane Good said that was rude. Nell was speaking in a neutral way. Stormy and Betty Kruger were defensive, aggressive, and their energy was all off. Right. Where was listen, this was supposed to be the high tea, right? And she gathered Kiki when Kiki said what she said about Tiffany's dad, which we're going to get into. But you ain't gathered Miss Betty for telling the host to shut up? What the nerve of you? I would have wanted my money back. because you didn't do your job. That was the main thing. That was one of the main disrespecting moments on the show. It's sad. Y'all notice how Stormy had all kinds of nervous energy, fidgeting and whatnot. I told you, I'm telling y'all, it's her mother. Her mother is, in my opinion, emotionally and mentally. Yeah, she emotionally and mentally she affects Stormy. She really does. And I think that Stormy is acting out. Her mother is the culprit. Um, Stormy mama is giving Freddy Krueger, why are they expecting Mel to speak up for folks who didn't speak up for her? Stormy said they were getting to know each other, but she liked Destiny real bad. Yeah, and that's another thing. Why should I, out of all the things, and I'm going to double talk myself a little bit. Why should I clear up anything when it comes to your daughter, when your daughter has been out here trashing me, trying to make it seem like, oh, did she really use a chemist? Or did she go through some private label and have the products relabeled? Like, Stormy has been throwing little jabs at Mel behind Mel's back for quite some time. But for me, I was saying clear it up because they always seem to be trying to make Mel look like some bad guy. Like she tells her fans to be out here saying negative stuff about people. Let me tell you something. Grown people gonna do grown people things. And anybody that's out here, whether it's popping up at somebody's warehouse, popping up and going to the court, popping up wherever people is popping up nowadays, going into people are grown. Okay? They can do whatever they want. So why should Mel be on the internet constantly windmilling in the comments? She would be doing it all day long. It wouldn't make any sense. So y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, and she's going to mind her business and leave yours alone, like she been doing. Okay? Period. Denise Long says, morning and happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Zane Good said Mel did that because she respects her elders and didn't want to give her extra camera time moving forward. And I can see that too. Why give her, you know what? Why fuel the fire of her BS? Because now and at this point, honestly, y'all, I don't even think it mattered what Mel would have said. That lady don't. The reality is Betty doesn't like Mel. She said right there was because of the tweet, but then in an interview, she was like, her energy was off. And then she says, oh, because she came out of the room, Chess was throwing a tantrum or whatever. And then she said, I agree with you, mama. What was the situation? Something, this is alleged, I'm going to just say, in my opinion, because I heard this, but I don't know if I'm remembering it right. Chess was doing something. I think he was throwing a tantrum and whatnot. And Stormy was like, he was spoiled and whatever. And the mama, Betty Kruger, was like, oh, just leave him alone. He's, fine or whatever. Oh, no, she was telling Stormy, you need to stop spoiling that boy or whatever, because he's going to be rotten. And Mel said, yeah, I agree. And so Betty got mad at her for agreeing with her and saying, ever since that day, I just didn't like her. So you don't like people that agree with you? And I'm sure it was all in jest. Like, Mel got enough of her own damn kids. I'm sure she don't give a good John Brown about what the heck Stormy is doing with her child. Okay? She got enough issues to worry about with her baby daddy over here. I'm sure she could give 2 SHIs less about what y'all got going over there with chess and checkers. Okay? Moving on. Tashi Brown Sugar says exactly. She didn't speak on social media when they said she was friends with Ariane. Melody should have been off not apologize. She would have been better off not apologizing. I can see that. Octavia Chapman says, I'm with you, Shay. I need Mel to get out of character a little bit. I do too. Sometimes I think it's necessary because, people are always saying, oh, Mel is so vague. She don't never. Sometimes you got to be like that. But in some situations, you got to clear some shit up. Because don't come back to me. Go away from me with this. Don't come back to me with this BS. And I need you to know that I see you and we see each other. Okay? Don't try to play me. Because you know good and damn well. And my thing is here. If Stormy knew that it wasn't true, right? And I would have gotten Stormy to acknowledge that she knew it was an interview. I would have also done that. I would have been like, well, Stormy, you do know that was from an interview that I did, right? That recording. And if Stormy had to say, yeah, I know that, then why the fuck is your mother coming for me? Period. Why didn't you tell your mother that you knew it was an interview? Or if Stormy tried to play coy and say, oh, I don't know nothing about no interview that you did. And Mel always got receipts. I would have pulled my phone out like she did with that recording of Martell. I would have pulled my phone out and played the clip of the interview and said, okay, so here it is right here. So, Miss Betty, here's the recording. Okay. This is an interview that I did. And I ain't gonna be doing this, and I don't normally do this, but you came up in my tea party coming for me. Okay. So let me show you this receipt right here. So you can let me shut you down so you can shut up. And this is what happened. And this tweet is directly pertaining to this. Has nothing to do with your liver-lipped daughter. Okay? Period. Period. Just simply says agree. Cheryl D agrees. Zane Good says she already looks like an idiot. Absolutely. All of them. It's like they're making up stuff daily. It's crazy to me. Tashi Brown Sugar says, actually, Mel needs to be direct and tell the whole truth. Stop having mercy on these people. That's all I was saying. But everybody want to attack me and make it seem like I'm against Mel. No, I'm more on her side than anything. I just want her to stop giving these people so much grace that don't give her any. And again, you don't have to go and clear up every rumor that's out there about you. No, but you're in scene right now and they're trying to play you. That's all. And there's a way to respectfully, with etiquette, put them in their place. Okay? Period. Kay Hayes says, no matter what Mel does, they will still come for her. Actually, I'm tired of her taking the high road and everyone spitting in her face. Plus, Mel clarifies it in a post without mentioning names. Right. Say their names. Make it clear and concise. Okay? I would start everything out with, let's be very clear. XYZ, this is what's happening. Period. Don't be, the vague approach is not helping at this point. It's just really not. It's not. And it's making you look, it can come off very fake, which we know that's not what it is. But people that already don't like you, people want to have their opinions of you no matter what you do, right? And some may say, well, I don't give a damn what people think about me. But when you're on a national TV show like this and you got so many people where they have attacked one person for an entire season, I feel like the fans want to see you defend yourself. Because it can't be just like everybody coming for you. And it's not woe is me, but it's kind of feeling like woe is me. You're showing that everybody is coming for you, but we got to see you snap back at them at some point, because it's got to end. And I hope I'm saying that how I feel it. It's got to end at some point. Like, you have got to come out of the cage and shake a few, tail feathers. Because these people are trying to come for you, and nobody's saying that you need to be on here arguing with people, because that's just excessive. But there's a way, like Kenya Moore does, to respectfully, with couth and your words, put people in their place and exit left. Period. And that moment was one of them. I would have had my receipts, shut her down, and that would have been it. Because then it would be no other need for Miss Betty to even talk about you for the rest of the season. It wouldn't. That would have deaded her right then. Period. PSR07 says Mel has had enough of those moms. Yeah, I would have had enough of them too. And I'm so sick and tired of Carlos continuing to bring them on the damn show. Denise Long says, in my Sophia voice from The Color Purple, it ain't worth it, Miss Sealy. Octavia Chapman, thank you for your super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day, Octavia. Cheryl D says, Betty has told 3 stories about why she doesn't like Melody. Right. It changes like her draws. But here's my thing. Why do you care about her so much? is not affecting your life in any way. I would not be like, I don't talk about people that I don't think about. Period. Only reason I talk about these people on this show is because I like talking to y'all. Other than that, why do I give a damn? Okay. Just saying. Terry Baby 9 says Marceau didn't get paid yesterday. We didn't see him at all. Child. He probably did get paid and went out and bought another damn car with that irresponsible spending behind it. I said it out loud. That's just my opinion. Okay. Mel did a live yesterday and today. Did she address anything missing from that scene? I didn't see her live, but I'm sure somebody would have said in my comments and corrected me out of all the 50 plus that came for me yesterday. But I will hope that she would say that. But I don't think Mel cleared it up because I think that Mel feels like she don't have to say nothing to nobody. Like she genuinely feels like, listen, I'm gonna let grown people think what they want to think. It's not about your daughter. If Stormy wants to think it's about her, cool. But I just feel like if you and Stormy were developing a friendship at some point, it's okay to check your friends. Like even if she sat Stormy down and said, listen, you got your mother over here going on Facebook and whatnot and talking about me and this, that, and the third, and then you asking me to come on social media and correct something about you. Or your mother has been trashing me all over the internet for God knows how long. And, people saying you friends with Ariane, you doing this and you doing that. But you expect me to come on the internet and publicly clear your name? When's the last time you did that for me? Oh, no, you buying Gucci bags for the people that be trying me. So maybe I should take your approach. Go and befriend the people that trash me all the time. Crazy. Nothing makes sense. Tashi Brown Sugar says production cut out the scene where Melody and Stormy were arguing at the tea party, but it was in the preview. Yeah, they're cutting out everything to make Mel. They're trying to force this it girl thing with Stormy, but it's not going to work because Stormy is already outside of the show shown how trash she is, and don't nobody like her. So I don't even think that her credibility is going to come back after all the things that she did, because after her most recent stunt with the YouTuber, nobody is checking for her because I don't care what that lady did. Nobody ever should be treated like that, and she has a disgusting attitude. It's disgusting. Miss Main Event says the way Betty said now shut up was so disjointed. I wonder what really happened. Yeah, it's nothing flowed, so something is definitely going on. The shut up was edited in at the time. It didn't make sense. It didn't. Like she blatantly told Mel to shut up. Yeah, and I'm just like, and I know Mel is not going to sit there and just be like, okay, now I expected her to be like, all right, now we ain't about to be telling nobody to shut up now. I was expecting her to say something like that. Like, not literally shut up. Simply Beautiful says Betty Clump would have gotten custom. Child, not Betty Clump, sis. Esquire says, I thought she said, let me set you straight. I'm referring to herself. Shut up. Oh, so you're saying she said, now let me set you straight and I'll shut up. Huh? Maybe, did she say that? I thought she said, now let me shut you down so you shut up. That's what I heard her say. But it would make sense if that is what she said. Wait, why is this doing this? Is it hot in the comments? Hold on, y'all. I can't get back to the comments. Something's happening. Denise Long says, oh, here we go. I can get to this one. Denise Long says, I think it irritates them more that she doesn't. People hate to be ignored. They come harder trying your attention. But see, that's the thing. I wouldn't want them to keep coming harder. I would want them to sit down and shut up. Like, don't talk to me. Period. Okay? Angie is in the building. Good morning, Shay Renee Online Mods and chat. What's up? What's up, Angie? How you bees? Angie is, I tell y'all, she is one of the hardest working mods on the YouTube. Okay. Zane Good says also with abusive people, you don't defend, explain, engage, or personalize what they say to you. Let's not forget, Mel is a therapied abuse survivor. So she's using mental health tools they lack. Yeah, and that very well may be true. I just feel like sometimes people need a little checkity check, okay? Period. Because you're not about to keep trying to make a check off of bullying me. And that's that on that. Lee Pepper says, why is this old ass woman coming for Mel? I don't know. I think it's really sad. It's very lame. It really, really is. Ms. Wynn says, I also wondered if Mel is choosing her battles because it may have been during custody situation. I don't know. I don't know these people, even though I support Mel. And that's true. That's true. You don't want to be on there, especially with all that stuff that Martell was feeding the bloggers, trying to make it seem like this was this and that was that. Um, she probably didn't want to look a certain way during that case because I'm not about to lose my children going back and forth arguing with idiots. Lee says, when Betty said her issue to Mel, I would have been like, Betty, I see you and your daughter are new to this environment. We all get accused of ish. We put our big girl panties on around here. Boom. I like it. I like it, Lee. I wish I could pin this up. I love it. That would have worked. It's respectful, but it give you that little that you needed. Like, oh, you don't have tough skin. You wanted to be on the show so bad, but you can't handle it. If you can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. The canvas kitchen, that is. Okay? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay? Period and the dot. Ms. Wynn says, Angie, hola amiga. Angie be all over y'all. Simply Beautiful says, at the time that's all this happened, Stormy had already said her and Mel was associates. Mel did right. I'm not defending anything that you know you didn't do. And that's true too, because you've already laid claim to what you think we are. So why are you asking me to display more loyalty to you than you're actually willing to display for me? That's not right. Zane Good says, or Mel might be doing the let me give you enough rope to hang yourself strategy. Clearly, Stormy and Betty are undoing themselves without any help on Mel's part. And there's that. They are out here looking like plum fools beyond what Mel could have ever done. Simply Beautiful says, so Carlos knew about BT showing up at Stormy website, but didn't know about Wanda's disrespect of Mel's kids. Right. He know about all of the stuff. It's just all about what he's going to address. Because he wants to try to make Mel look bad, but anything else, he want to try to protect it. He ain't gonna talk about the whole situation with BT at all. But y'all, let's close up this scene because I'm about to go and eat my Mother's Day brunch that my husband has so nicely spread out for me. And kick my feet up, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later on for the RHOAs and the Martha's Vineyard. We're gonna do episode 1 and 2 together for Martha's Vineyard, okay? So they move on from Mel apologizes to Miss Betty, which, you know, honestly, I feel like she didn't need to, but you know, hey, and she probably ain't gonna accept it anyway and keep on talking trash like she has. And so then now Kiki, oh wait, so her mom says continues by saying she just doesn't feel that Mel cares and that she lets people go on about people say what they're saying, and she doesn't like when people say things about her daughter. And you know, Mel left it so ambiguous and should have been direct saying it wasn't Stormy. And listen, she just sounds dumb. Nobody cares. And then Mel apologizes and says if the tweet offended her, she didn't know that that it had a grievance for her. But moving on. Kiki goes in on Tiffany and how she acted at the spa party and her lying and wondering what she is trying to do. Basically saying, girl, what conjunction junction, what's your function? Why are you trying to use me to have some type of dialect on this show. It's absolutely ridiculous and it's annoying. What do you want from me? Okay. And so Tiffany is like, well, it's not that I have any type of issue with you. I just feel like if you can come on TV and talk about your cousin, and I feel like, you were introduced to this show, you were more interested in being introduced as Mel's friend versus as Tisha's cousin. And Tisha has been mum's the word with her church hat on the whole time, looking like this. But then soon as Tiffany says that she loves somebody to protect her and defend her, she's like, yeah. Girl, shut up, Tisha. You are such a constant victim. It gets on my nerves. Like, girl, nobody is checking for you. Clean it up with your cousin. You and Kiki need to just be butt buddies again and just knock it off. This whole you and Kiki not being friends with each other stuff is stupid. The lady didn't come for you that hard at Mel's part. It wasn't that deep. And you're holding on to this just so you can be mad at Mel. It doesn't make any sense. It's absolutely insane. So, child, Kiki and Tiffany go back and forth, and Tiffany's like, well, I don't even know you like that. And Kiki is like, girl, yes, you do, because our kids was playing on sports teams, and your daggone husband was my son's coach. Like, child, and I was helping you find your daddy. Like, what are you talking about? And Kimmy was like, okay, well, did you follow up with that? Did you follow up with Tiffany on finding her dad? Let me tell you something. If you are soliciting my services, right? And you so-called saying we don't know each other like that. Did she follow up with me? I'm on Kiki's side with that. Did she follow up with me? And Kiki was like, did she follow me? Because I know who my dad is. First of all, Kiki, you tried it, okay? Because you tried to sit there and say, oh, no, that wasn't a dig. Here come the etiquette coach. Oh, well, heck. Okay, you are trying to come for her, and we see it. Okay, don't do that. Don't you do that there. Now, where the hell, lady, did you clock out when Betty was talking? Where was you at then? But you want to slap Kiki on the wrist with a spoon full of tea for saying that about the homegirl's daddy. But yeah, Kiki, don't play with us. We know, girl. We know that you was coming for sis. Okay, just going. This is it is what it is. But Kimmy, you want to step in and say something about that? Was that your way of trying to defend Tisha real quick, like just to show you are super sister-in-law? All of y'all, child, whatever. But anyway, Kiki and Tiffany go back and forth. She's not understanding why, Tiffany is all in their stuff and minding the business that's not really paying her where it comes to them. Tisha is mum's the word. I don't even think that they even decided to move forward from that. But Kiki did apologize, saying, I'm sorry if you feel like if you took it that way. That's not how I meant it. That's not how I intended it. I'm like, girl, okay, bye, girl. Just bye. I can't stand the fakery. You was coming for this girl. It is what it is. So Mel ends the tea by, drying the tea up because the cups were spilling over. So they had to just go on and move the hell on. So Terry Babe 89 says, she said, but now shut up her UGG mud. Deborah Johnson says, I believe Mel is working on her exit plan. She's trying to protect her reputation. Big things are going to happen for her at high levels, and those executives are watching her. Yes, Stormy, pay attention. Because people are watching you now that you're on TV. I don't wish this on her. I don't wish upon a star for this. But I hope that Stormy can hold on to all her deals, because I would hate to see her lose some of these stores because of the poor representation that she's giving of herself on this show and the way that she's acting. It's not a good look. It's just not. Courtney Clark says Miss Van gonna have to drop the hammer on one of these old biddies one good time. Child, I see it happening. And Miss Van already got her t-shirt. Sure, she don't do ghetto. Okay. Miss Main Event says, as Shay, I have a theory. I went back to watch Dustin Carlos commentary on the reunion. I think Carlos is implementing some things Dustin said he wants to see Stormy Tisha's family. Well, yeah, see the family, but don't make it where the family is constantly coming for Mel. That can't be their storyline, because if that's their storyline, then your family is not entertaining and they don't need to be on the show. But I can see that. Terry Babe 89 says, she said, now shut up, her Ugg mug, child. I don't understand this lady. Denise Long says, Betty needs a man. Wanda has two. Maybe she can borrow one for a few nights per week. Child, Betty don't know what she's saying. Wanda don't know what she's saying. We don't understand none of these mamas on the show. It's just sad. Stella Clower says, you can never satisfy dishonest and disturbed people like Betty and Stormy. Right. That's true. What's up, Sheila Wright? Good afternoon. Happy Mother's Day. Zane Good says, or maybe this pretty conflict trope is a part of Mel's new branding strategy for her next move. She's showing a clear contrast between her style and the classless style. Interesting. You know what? I noticed that Mel was coming into every scene with her J Bolin products on. Listen, this is a walking commercial for Mel. You gonna see her packing some boxes. You gonna see her talking to the property preservation folks. She's just, listen, she is about her bag and not about the BS. And I get it. But I still hold strong to sometimes if you're gonna be on the show while you're here, put some people in their place real quick. Just a little bit sometimes. Okay, we got to do it. Denise Long says, okay, I think Kiki may be meant. She don't need to follow up with someone about her father because she knows her father. Tiffany should have followed up because she's the one looking for her father. Right, I think so too. But yeah, y'all, that was pretty much the episode. Yeah, that's that. Oh, Jennifer Graham, thank you so much for your Cash App. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But y'all, as Huntsville turns, as one of my subscribers so lovely says, I just think that this show is taking a turn for I don't know where we're going with this. I want to see people being more, I don't know, like authentic, because some of these scenes seem very, very set up. It seems very, very set up. And I just don't like it. I don't like it. I think that conversations are being prompted now versus flowing. And it's just, they are breaking their backs to try to make Martell look like this amazing father and this good person. And Kiki, I'm glad that Kiki is activated and Kiki is clocking in this season. I'm so happy to see that. But Kiki, don't overdo it. Okay, because you trying to go for main cast status, and I don't know, because Tiffany is just working overtime to lie and deny and making up stories and coming for people just for no reason. It's not flowing well. It's just not. Amy Smith says, I'm not mad at Kiki. She needs to show them to stop coming for her. Oh yeah, I agree. And especially since Tiffany really has no reason to come for Kiki. It's just stupid at this point. It's crafted drama, and that's just not authentic. And Carlos lays his hat on his shows being authentic, but this doesn't feel authentic, what you got going on right now. Mocha Princess says, I'm glad she's wearing her fashions. Smart move. Absolutely. 100%. At Zane, the last two Shay Renee highlighted. Okay. Listen, I'm here for Kiki. Kiki is giving me everything Mel ain't with the reads. Right. But I need her to get to it faster. You know, Kiki a little long-winded. Kiki be talking and talking. And I be like, girl, can you get on with what you're saying, honey? Like today. Okay? Just today. That's all I'm saying. But y'all, let me go and enjoy my brunch. The ladies seem to have enjoyed their tea and they ended on a positive note. So I'm going to go and end on this with a positive belly. Okay. Thank y'all so much for joining me. And thank you to everybody that came here to understand what I was saying in my video from the other day. I don't want no problems. Okay. I'm just sharing my opinion with y'all. And that's just that on that. You know, we all watching this show and some people take away different things. And I respects everybody's opinion over here. Okay. But with that being said, Thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that is watching this show with us too. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms. You are the reason for the season of life of our kiddos. Okay. I thank y'all, and I will see y'all later on for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, y'all. Peace out.